Hello, Kendra, Lydia, Philip, Nathan, and I'm gonna walk over. Hello.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I know most of you have gone out for pizza with your friends and family, and if you're like me, you have noticed how expensive and unhealthy the pizza can be. So today I wanted to show you how you can make a pizza at home, and I'm just going to use this packet I got at Walmart.
Packet of what?
It is a package of pizza dough that I bought for less than 50 cents at Walmart. And what you do is you pour it in a small bowl, and then all you do is add a half cup of hot or warm water, and then you just mix it up with a fork or a spoon. But I usually use a fork because you can kind of keep the dough together.
Are there any other kinds of pizza dough you can use?
Yes, there is. You can buy dough that's already made in a can, and it's kind of like a crescent roll, and you can just break it open and spread it out, and it's already made, and you can just add your toppings to that. And I also have some pizza crusts that are dry and already ready to make.
How much pizza can you make with one packet?
With this size of a packet, it's really kind of a small pizza, so you might be able to share it with one or two people, depending on how much you eat. Okay, now that's probably mixed as good as it's going to be with your fork. So you need to add flour to the dough because you don't want it to stick to your hands. And sometimes you can use oil to grease the pan, but I'm just going to use Pam since it's healthier for you. And then I always pour more flour on the pan because I really don't want my crust to stick. And I also pour flour on my hands. Okay, then you grab the dough and you can roll it in a ball with your hands. And it doesn't matter how much flour you use, you can use as much as you need to keep it from sticking. Okay. Now that it's in a ball, you can just set it on the pan, and you need to spread it out, but you need to try to keep the dough together. And if it does get separated, you can just pinch it back together and it'll be fine.
So you don't have to knead it like for 20 minutes or anything?
No, you don't. You just need to do it in the bowl to mix it together for about 30 seconds, and it should be fine. And you can use a rolling pin if you wanted it to be a little bit flatter.
Will the dough shrink at all after it's cooked, or will it stay about the same size as you rolled it out?
It will stay about the same size. It might get a little bigger.
Do you have to add yeast or anything?
Nope. All you need is the mix and water, and it does everything else. It's all fine. Okay. And now you have the dough on the pan, you can add your toppings. And what I'm going to use is this ragu because it already has seasons in it, and it's already cooked, and it's the fastest way you can do it.
How much does it cost?
It costs, for this size of jar, it's a little less than $2.
How many pizzas can you make with it?
Wow.
Your average 12-inch pizza.
You only really need a few scoops for each pizza, so you could probably make several pizzas with this jar.
So is that almost cheaper than making your own sauce?
It might be.
How would you make your own sauce? What goes into?
You can use cans of tomato sauce and add seasonings, and you can cook it on the stove to get the seasonings to mix a little better. Okay, and you really don't need too much sauce. You just need a thin layer on it. And once you have your sauce, you can add your other toppings. And because today I'm just trying to make a quick pepperoni pizza, I'm just going to add cheese. And I like a lot of cheese, I'm going to add plenty of it on there.
What kind of cheese is it?
This is mozzarella cheese, and there are many options you can use for cheese. If you wanted something healthier, you can go with low-fat cheese, or if you wanted something different, you could use like a Mexican blend or some other kind of cheese. So now that I have the cheese on, I'm going to add my pepperonis. And because it's kind of a small pizza, you really don't need that many pepperonis. So I have this really big package that I'll probably only use a very small percentage out of the package.
How much do the pepperonis cost?
A little less than $2. Okay. Now that you have the pepperonis on, another option you can do is add a little seasoning. So I'm going to add just a bit of Italian seasoning to give it some extra flavor. Okay. And now the pizza is done, and so the last thing you want to do is you want to put it in the oven, and it should be preheated to 475. You want to be on the camera. And you stick it in here, and I usually set the timer for 10 minutes because it'll take from 10 to 15 minutes, and at about 10 minutes you need to start washing it to see that it's getting golden brown. But since I already made a pizza, I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out that's already made so that I can give it to my audience. And now that you know how you can make a homemade pizza, and it's a very flexible, and there's many options you can do, but it's something fun you can do with your friends and family, and it's also healthier and cheaper. Thank you.